Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, January 10th. Continued very windy conditions here in the Mid-Atlantic region today. A tight pressure gradient will result in 45 or 50 mile per hour wind gusts in the I-95 corridor region from the midday into the afternoon hours. The winds will tend to slacken off somewhat tonight and on Friday, but it'll stay quite cold. Highs on Friday, for example, may struggle to reach the freezing mark in Philadelphia, New York City, and we still have the weekend snow threat for the Mid-Atlantic region. It continues to look like there may be more snow south of the Mason-Dixon line than across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. Still many details have to be ironed out. Snow could begin as early as Saturday afternoon in parts of the Mid-Atlantic region and could continue as late as Sunday night in parts of the Mid-Atlantic region. Let's kind of go into the details now about some of the factors involved. First of all, this is a look at the 500 millibar vorticity pattern as of this morning, Thursday morning. This is now using last night's 0Z GFS model run. The wave of energy of interest here for the weekend has just moved ashore. It's out here over the western part of the country, and we'll just move ahead here on 6-hour increments and see how this evolves over the next couple of days. By Friday morning it moves into the southwestern U.S., and then here we go by Saturday morning. Here's the wave of energy of interest, and low pressure will form over the northern Gulf region early in the weekend and then pull out to the north and east. It eventually heads to the North Carolina coastline, but it takes its time, and there are a couple other factors involved before that surface low pressure actually produces some snow in the Mid-Atlantic region during the day on Sunday and Sunday night. Let's continue to move forward here, and here we go. Kind of a elongated, a stretched out upper level energy field here, the vorticity pattern, and that does a couple of things. First of all, it tends to extend the possibility of precipitation over a wider time range because it's stretched out from east to west, but it also reduces the chance of a real significant storm to develop here because it's not your typical negatively tilted trough that we like to see in the upper part of the atmosphere for a real powerful storm. Let's keep moving forward here now into the early part of Sunday. Here we go again, a kind of a stretched out area. Low pressure will be moving towards the North Carolina Outer Banks region or somewhere in that vicinity by later in the weekend. And we still may have to deal with a few snow showers in the Mid-Atlantic region as late as Monday, as that upper level feature finally really moves on overhead as of early Monday morning. Well, let's now take a look at the 250 millibar winds as depicted by last night's GFS model run. I want to show this map, not usually shown here, but want to look at upper level jet streaks because I think there's going to be kind of two waves of precipitation over the weekend, generally in the form of snow from I-95 north and west. Initially Saturday afternoon, Saturday night time frame, it's mainly associated with a jet streak in the upper part of the atmosphere. Then the Sunday snow, primarily to the south of the Mason-Dixon line, the way it looks right now, will be associated with that surface low moving towards the Carolina coastline. If that surface low comes a little farther north, it could extend heavier snow on Sunday into southern Pennsylvania, southern New Jersey, for example. Right now it appears that the Saturday afternoon, Saturday night snow will not be all that intense associated with this jet streak. The heaviest stuff south of the Mason-Dixon line on Sunday looks like it'll be associated with that surface low pressure system. All this still subject to change somewhat. A few days to go here, but let's take a look at, again, just want to point out the players on the field. This is the 250 millibar wind pattern starting this morning, and we're moving ahead in 6-hour increments. And watch what happens out here in the middle of the country over the next 24 to 48 hours or so. We go, a very intense jet streak starts to show up over the Ohio Valley tomorrow afternoon and really intensifies by tomorrow night. And here we go by Saturday morning, sitting right over the northeastern quadrant of the country. And with upper level jet streaks, it can be upward motion right in this quadrant right here. And that is what could very well lead to some snow breaking out well ahead of the surface low during Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, all the way up through Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and even into New York City. Then that moves on by and we start to deal with the surface low pressure area down in the deep south that eventually heads towards the Carolina coastline. Let's now take a look at the surface forecast maps. Well, here we go with the GFS surface forecast maps from last night. 0Z run. Again, a very tight pressure gradient, as tight or perhaps even stronger or tighter than it was yesterday. The reason is the high pressure is really building a little bit closer to the Mid-Atlantic region, where while the strong surface low off the New England coastline has stayed pretty well stationary and has continued to intensify. So we really have a chance for even stronger winds during the midday and afternoon hours today, with gusts of 50 miles per hour possible in the I-95 corridor region from D.C. to New York City. Let's now push ahead here over the next couple of days. Again, these maps from Tropical Tidbits. Now here we go with the surface lows, starting to see some snow breaking out Friday night, and then certainly by Saturday morning, a healthy snow here over the central part of the Mississippi Valley, moving into the Ohio Valley. Surface low over the northeastern part of Texas. Start off the day with dry conditions in the I-95 corridor, but then we see the shield here associated with that upper level jet streak we showed a few moments ago, extending all the way up through Pennsylvania into New Jersey, and that's that first wave of precipitation. Again, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night associated with that upper level jet streak. Not all that intense expected for now with respect to that particular snow band, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. Certainly can result in some accumulations, but again, not all that intense and well ahead of the surface low. Here we go by late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. That surface low is starting to intensify now. And again, by Sunday morning, that jet streak associated wave of snow passes on by, and then we're dealing with intensifying surface low that again looks like it's headed towards the North Carolina coastline. Sunday is likely to be the day of the heaviest snow south of the Mason-Dixon line, places like Virginia and Maryland, many places that received that heavy snow during the December storm. And it looks like the worst of this storm on Sunday right now stays just south of the Mason-Dixon line, but it can certainly extend up into southeastern PA and southern New Jersey late Sunday night. And here we go by Monday morning. Pretty good storm, just sitting right off the Mid-Atlantic coastline. All that has to do is shift a little bit farther to the north and west, and you could extend the heaviest snow from this all the way up into Philadelphia metro region, southern New Jersey. Right now, it appears as if when all is said and done by Monday morning, heavier snow accumulations will be south of the Mason-Dixon line, across Virginia, perhaps D.C., Maryland. Some accumulations up across Philadelphia, and the least likely place for accumulations will be New York City, maybe a coating to an inch or two with this weekend event. The way it looks right now, still a few days to go. Stay tuned to PerspectaWeather.com for updates later today and on Friday. That's it for now. I'm meteorologist